Assalamualaikum and hi. Today our group will present about low carbohydrates diet. So this is our team members.
So, for the definition of low-carbohydrate diets are eating patterns that reduce our intake of carbs and increase protein and fat. Most low-carb diets limit carbs to below 40% of total calories. Some even go as low as 10% like the keto diet. The main idea is to reduce insulin spikes and support better blood sugar control, which may help with weight management. But it's not just about cutting carbs, it's about the type of fat and protein we eat, and the quality of the remaining carbs also play an important role.
This is three examples from the low carbohydrate diet. First is the paleo diet. It's the covenant of the Stone Age diet. It's the encourage followers to eat the way Paleolithic era humans ate. Second is the salt-based diet emerged in the early 2000s as a phased low carbohydrate. It starts with cutting out nearly all the carbohydrate for 2 weeks, then progress toward a maintenance phase with a moderate low carbohydrate. Third is the Mediterranean diet composition of high fat source. For example, is the olive oil, fatty fish, and the nut.
Hello everyone, I'm Zarif and I'll be explaining the principles and concept behind the low carbohydrate diets. The main idea is simple. By reducing our intakes in carbohydrates, the body is forced to burn fat for energy instead of relying on the glucose from the carbohydrates. This process is called ketosis, where fats become the body's main fuel source. When carbohydrate intake is low, insulin levels drop, and this helps the body access and burn stored fat more effectively. This is why many people experience weight loss and better control of blood sugar on this diet. Typically, the macronutrient ratio for a low carbohydrate diet is about 5 to 20% of carbohydrates, 20 to 30% of protein, and 50 to 70% of fats. So in summary, these diets help reduce hunger, support fat loss, and is useful for managing conditions like type 2 diabetes. That is all from me. Next, I will pass to the next presenter.
First step to start and maintain a low carbohydrate diet is understand what a low carbohydrate diet is. A low carbohydrate diet limits carbohydrate and focuses on proteins, healthy fats, and vegetables. Next, you have to set your carbohydrate limit. Is it moderate low carb, 100 to 150 gram a day, or low carb, 50 to 100 gram a day, or very low carb, 20 to 50 gram a day? Lastly, you have to know which foods to eat and avoid. Eat more of protein, vegetables, fats, and dairy products. Limit or avoid too much sugar, grains, starchy vegetables, and processed snacks.
Today I will be discussing the effectiveness of low carbohydrate diet with a particular focus on ketogenic diets and how they impact on weight loss change over time. Most studies on low-carb diets, particularly ketogenic ones, have demonstrated that they lead to quick weight loss, while the initial weight reduction is partly attributed to water loss. Sustained adherence to the low-carb diet result in the true fat loss. However, as people find it harder to stick to the diet over time, the weight loss effect tend to align with those of other nutrition strategy after 1 year.
For the recommendation, I believe we should focus more on quality, not just quantity. Cutting carbs completely isn't the solution. Instead, we should choose the healthier food carbohydrate, such as fruit, vegetable, and whole grain. Also, many low-carbohydrate diets are high in animal-based saturated fats, which can increase health risks. It is better for us to limit these fats and include the protein and healthy fats. Carbohydrates shouldn't be the enemy. In fact, they should remain as a primary part of our balancing diet, especially when they are high in fiber and nutrition. Finally, I believe we should introduce food, nutrition, and health as a primary elective subject in schools. Educating young people about nutrition and healthy choice can lead to better decision and healthy lifestyle. So that's all for me.